absolutely no idea what we're going to do right now, but that is fantastic because one of the things I've learned working with this company is that plans always go wrong and we find a way. And what I love about this kind of theatre is we have challenges, but the one thing we are sure about right now is that at the end of this, we will make theatre.
The show is going to be about walls. So we have now been for, 2.5 years in a project, European project that has the name Shaking the Walls, and it's about how art can help shake, move or break down walls or barriers in our society. And these groups that are involved in this collaboration, the Gdansk Theatre, Kultur in Czech, Angrinian in Ireland, Parabola in the UK, and my group, Ratatam in Iceland, we've all made pieces about walls, and walls we want to knock down or move. And our piece, for example, was about domestic violence. So we know that this piece that we're making now is somehow going to thread those pieces together.
When we came to Gdansk, we were thinking there would still be a chance to play to a live audience. And sadly, of course, that's not possible anymore. So we've been working with the idea of how we translate and make a performance that still feels like live theatre, but which is captured by the cameras that are around us. We're not making a piece for the cameras. We want the cameras to have a sense of being our audience, being participants in the piece, because for us, in any piece we make, the audience are active participants. So we've been changing a few things, but we have to respond to the challenge. It's a difficult time, it's a complicated time, but if we're not open to it, to find new ways of working, to learn from it, then it becomes something negative. Let's try and make a positive out of that negative and make something that's special and unique and exciting. I think our exploration of borders and walls has led us to the understanding that there are plenty we can see, but there are also lots of invisible barriers in society. They can be barriers around class or colour or religion, things that get in the way. For me, in a way, the greatest barrier is an inability of people to take that first step, to move and make an offer. We talk in theatre about the idea of improvisation and offer and acceptance. I have to offer something in order for the other actor to respond to that, to accept it and move forward. And that's how we make work, that's how we make a new piece. That, if we can translate that into society, then that's perhaps the way we'll break through the barriers, whatever they are. But it's that need to take the first step. As creative artists, maybe we've got a responsibility to help that, to encourage that process, to encourage people to be brave.
To jest fajne w tym reżyserze i tego, że nie wymusza niczego na nas, że zostawia nam duże pole do manewru, do własnej inwencji, do naszych pomysłów. Tak, myślę, że na tym projekt ma się opierać głównie, na tym, że ma być to nasza jednak wola i chęć przekazania czegoś innym, a nie narzucony projekt.
It's inspiring to work with artists from other places because they bring to the group their own energy, their own understanding of how you make theatre, their own particular skills and capacities, and we learn from each other. The joy of bringing a collaborative group together, and particularly also bringing in the community cast, who may or may not have any theatre experiences, they have an energy and a drive and a passion for what they're doing, which inspires and lifts us up. And we make something that's bigger than any one of us could have made. So the whole group makes an amazing piece.
W spektaklu występowali aktorzy, ale też ludzie, którzy mają na co dzień pracę, szkołę i wiele innych zajęć. Dlatego uważam, że jest to naprawdę niesamowity kawał roboty. Cały czas były próby, ale fantastyczne było to, że mieliśmy tutaj ogromne wsparcie i szczególnie jeżeli chodzi o te teksty po angielsku, to był to mega ogromny rozwój.
Czułam ogromne wsparcie też od innych i chciałam to wsparcie też innym dać i to już było bardzo przyjemne uczestniczyć w tym. Więc finał jest niesamowity i różnica jest diametralna.
Yeah, the community is integral to it. We can't make it without them. And it's their piece. We've made it with them and with these particular actors, and they have ownership of it. It belongs to them. It's not my piece, it's not Parabola's piece. It's a piece that's made by the company, and really they're led by the actors from the community here in Gdańsk.
So thanks to the project Shaking the Wall, we also started a new festival called Offensiva, inspired by the Shakespeare Festival in Gdańsk. We started to rehearse a piece called Brave New Life, premiered in Slovakia and Czech Republic at the beginning of autumn 2020. But we were really, really glad that we could actually connect the Brave New Life parts and presented them in Gdańsk, thanks to the final piece made by Philip.
In January, I think that was where I met Philip for the first time, and he did this workshop there was a big crowd of people there. And I don't know, I was just really impressed with how he got everyone so enthusiastic and working together. Philip came over, started us off, then he went back, he had another project in England, and we took it on ourselves as a community. And we kind of developed it ourselves for a wee while, because Guy was working on the text as well. But it was all based on The Winter's Tale. We also performed the play in a place called Greencastle, which is in Inishowen in County Donegal. And there's a ferry there that goes from Inishowen to McGilligan, which is in Northern Ireland. So they had this sense of going in real time from one country to another, from one village in Donegal to a beach in Northern Ireland. So it must have been very special. But what people came up to me and talked to me about afterwards was this history of tyranny in their lives, and how it opened up memories for them around, oppression in their own lives. So that was the big thing for me in that play, in The Winter's Tale. And of course, that was brought forward into the play in Gdańsk as well, that Philip Parr directed. Our play, the theme of domestic abuse, as well as Brexit. But the excerpt from The Winter's Tale that was in Gdańsk was highlighting domestic abuse more than the Brexit. And the people in the community cast in Gdańsk were incredible, incredibly brave, and it meant so much to everybody. You could see it, and it was really, it was really powerful. The whole theme of the play. I mean, I think every single one of us felt it inside as well as showing it outside. We felt it inside, that some barriers had been broken. Everybody talked about their own walls and about fears that they had. I had conversations with people in the cast who, like me, were worried that they didn't measure up, that they were the weak link in the production. And the truth was, there were no weak links. It was really great, very inspiring.
Projekt rozpoczął się dokładnie 2 lata temu, bo w listopadzie 2018 roku powitaliśmy partnerów naszego projektu tutaj w Gdańsku u nas w teatrze. Chodziło o to, żeby zidentyfikować problemy, bariery
we wszystkich krajach uczestniczących w projekcie i były też realizacje artystyczne w Irlandii, w Teatrze Angranan. Odbyła się zimowa opowieść, to niesamowity plenerowy spektakl, który przekraczał granicę między Irlandią a Irlandią Północną. On był realizowany również z udziałem brytyjskiej paraboli. Natomiast w 2020 roku, jak wiadomo, pandemia pokrzyżowała nam plany, ale jednak bardzo dużo udało się zrealizować. Powstał spektakl w Czechach Brave New Life. Odbyły się 2 edycje festiwalu ofowego w Ostrawie w Polsce. Realizowaliśmy wydarzenia związane z projektem podczas naszego Festiwalu Szekspirowskiego, ale też finałem takim naszym tutaj gdańskim był spektakl plenerowy Wymuszanie Wolności realizowany przez sopocką grupę Sphinx. Dzisiaj to jest taki pokaz, który rzeczywiście łączy to, co się w tym projekcie zadziało. I to jest dla nas wielkie przeżycie i na pewno dla uczestników projektu jest to o tyle ważne, że ten spektakl zaangażował też ludzi stąd, lokalną społeczność. Występują w nim osoby, które nie są profesjonalnymi aktorami, ale jednak przez 2 tygodnie razem z ekipą Paraboli przygotowali pełnowymiarowy spektakl i odkryli różne swoje talenty w tym procesie. Przełamali różne swoje bariery i mury również. Jestem szczęśliwa, że ten projekt udało się zrealizować w takim kształcie i bardzo wdzięczna wszystkim uczestnikom. Liczymy na współpracę w przyszłości i na to, że ten projekt wygeneruje wiele różnych nowych pomysłów.
The energy that comes from a community participant who may have been involved in some theatre before or may have no experience is limitless. Their passion, their drive, their determination, their enthusiasm to take risks and be brave, I think surpasses most professional actors. They have no boundaries to what they think they should be achieving, and so we achieve together as a team something that has immense quality. We build a trust within the group, and this is a particularly fine group of people. It's been amazing at this time to find 25 people willing to come and work hard for 2 weeks to make a piece under difficult conditions, both in terms of just the amount of time that we had, but also just in terms of everyday life at the moment. So to find a group that are so passionate, so committed, dedicated, has been a joy. It's a real strength and a tribute to the community here in Gdańsk.